Welcome. I want you to listen closely because what I'm about to tell you could change everything. You've been told to dream, right? Just dream. But let me ask you, how big are your dreams? Are they just comfortable wishes that tuck you in at night? Or are they wild, impossible visions that scare you, that make you sweat when you even think about them? I'm talking about the kind of dreams that don't just whisper in your mind. They roar, they shake your soul, they demand action. Too many people limit themselves because they're scared. Scared of failing, scared of looking stupid, scared of stepping out of their comfort zones. Let me tell you something. Fear is nothing but a compass pointing you in the direction you need to go. Every great man, every great woman, every story that makes history started with someone who refused to be small. You want to leave a mark, you have to think bigger than anyone tells you is reasonable. Bigger than your parents told you was safe. Bigger than the world says is realistic. Because safe dreams never win. Safe dreams never inspire. Safe dreams die quietly while the brave ones build empires. Look around you. Every innovation, every breakthrough, every icon you admire, those people dreamed big when everyone else was telling them, you can't. You want to live a life that matters. You want to look back and know that you didn't just exist, but that you conquered, you created, you became legendary. Then you must give yourself permission to dream without limits. Dream in color, dream in sound, dream with all your senses, as if failure is not an option. But here's the truth. The dream is only the start. Dreaming is the spark, but action is the fire. You can't just sit and wait for life to hand it to you. You have to chase it, wrestle it, fight for it, bleed for it. Dreams demand sacrifice. Dreams demand discipline. Dreams demand you to be relentless in the face of rejection, in the face of doubt, in the face of people who will laugh at you. Because the moment you quit is the moment your dream dies. And I know that moment will come. Everyone faces it. Everyone doubts themselves. But the ones who push past that doubt, they change the world. And let me tell you, there is no time, there's no later. Later is the enemy of dreams. Later is the excuse of the weak. The time to start, the time to go all in, the time to stop waiting for permission is now. Your dream isn't going to wait for you to feel ready. Your dream doesn't care about your comfort. Your dream demands everything you have, and then a little more. So I'm asking you right now, stop thinking small. Stop apologizing for wanting more. Stop letting fear dictate your future. Look in the mirror and say, I am not here to play small. I am not here to be ordinary. I am here to leave a legacy, to defy the odds, to prove that impossible is just a word. Every morning, remind yourself that greatness doesn't come from talent alone. It comes from persistence. It comes from heart. It comes from refusing to quit when the world says, you can't. Dream big. And when people say your dreams are too much, smile. Because they're not seeing what you see. They're not feeling what you feel. They're not living with the fire that's burning inside you. Keep that fire alive. Feed it. Nurture it. Protect it. And then when you act, when you fight, when you refuse to settle, you'll see doors open you never imagined existed. Opportunities you never thought were yours will appear because you dared to dream bigger than the fear that tried to hold you down. Let this be your battle cry. Let this be the energy that fuels your every move. Dream so big that even failure becomes a stepping stone. Dream so big that you can't help but inspire others to dream too. And dream so big that when you finally reach it, the world has no choice but to recognize the greatness that was always meant to be yours. Fear, that four-letter word that stops most people dead in their tracks, that whispers, You can't. You're not ready. Walk away. But what if I told you fear isn't your enemy? What if I told you fear is the signpost, the compass, the internal GPS, pointing you straight to your greatest opportunities, the very places where life wants you to grow, to excel, to dominate? Every time your heart races, every time your palms sweat, every time doubt claws at the back of your mind, that's not a signal to retreat. That's the universe, life, whatever you want to call it, saying, this is where the magic happens. Think about it. When you step into something unfamiliar, when you take on a challenge that scares the hell out of you, isn't that where you find growth? Look at every giant in history, every person who made their mark, every story that inspires you. They didn't move because it was safe, because it was comfortable. They moved right toward the fear, embraced it, and let it guide them. Fear is like that street light in the dead of night. It highlights the path most of the world is too afraid to walk. It's pointing to the crossroads where risk meets reward, where failure is the teacher and courage becomes the currency. I've seen it in everyday life. That promotion you're too scared to ask for, the conversation you're terrified to start, the idea that feels too big to even speak aloud. Those are the places where fear is screaming at you, go here. This is where you level up. You don't need to eliminate fear. You need to recognize it, respect it, and move through it. The moment you run from fear, you run from opportunity. The moment you let fear dictate your life, you chain yourself to mediocrity. But when you stand, when you face it, when you act despite it, that's where transformation begins. Fear is proof that you're alive, that you're dreaming, that you're human. It's proof that your ambition is real. And here's the mind-blowing truth. Those moments that scare you the most, those moments that make you feel small and exposed, those are the exact moments that shape legends. Fear is not a wall to stop you, it's a door to step through. Every great choice, every major breakthrough, every life-changing decision has fear stamped all over it. It's your job to see it, to trust it, and to move into it with everything you've got. Your fear will show you where the gold is hidden. Your fear will mark the territory where courage is forged. Your fear is the compass pointing straight toward your destiny. Most people will never understand it. Most people will never act on it, but if you learn to read it, if you learn to use it, if you learn to chase it, you will find that what once terrified you will become the launching pad for everything you've ever wanted. Most people spend their lives dreaming small. They dream the safe dream, the comfortable dream, the kind of dream that fits neatly into their routine, their budget, their excuses. They dream tiny because tiny feels manageable, tiny feels controllable, tiny feels like it won't crush them if it fails. But let me tell you something. The world doesn't remember the small dreamers. The world doesn't honor the cautious, the comfortable, the timid. History is written by those who dared to think bigger than everyone else, those who refused to settle for ordinary when they were meant for extraordinary. Dreaming beyond limits is not a luxury. It's a necessity if you want your life to matter. If you want to leave a mark that doesn't fade, look around at people who inspire you. They didn't just aim for a little success. They aimed for the moon, the summit, the impossible. Elon Musk didn't just settle for launching a car company. He wanted to colonize Mars. Oprah Winfrey didn't just dream of being a talk show host. She dreamed of creating a media empire that would touch millions of lives. Think about your own life. How many times have you told yourself, that's impossible for me? How many times have you settled for a goal that was small enough to feel safe, but tiny enough that it won't change your life. Safe dreams lead to safe lives. Safe lives lead to regret, and regret is the heaviest chain you can carry. Dream beyond limits, not just in your imagination, but in your planning, your actions, your conversations. Speak your dream out loud in a world that says it can't happen. Write it down in a place no one else will see but you. Every time someone laughs at your ambition, let it fuel you instead of stop you. Fear thrives on small thinking. It dies when you refuse to limit yourself. The bigger your dream, the more energy it demands, the more courage it extracts from you, and the more transformation it forces. That's exactly what makes it worth pursuing. Think about daily life. Maybe you work a job that barely scratches the surface of your potential. Maybe you have a business idea that seems too crazy to attempt. Maybe you've always wanted to create, to lead, to innovate, but society told you to stay within the lines. Those lines were never meant for you. Your imagination, your ambition, your drive, they are bigger than those lines. Dreaming beyond limits means breaking free from all of them, seeing what others refuse to see, believing in what others refuse to believe, and daring to act on it. When you start thinking bigger than anyone else dares, doors appear where walls once stood. Opportunities find you in places you didn't know existed. The world can mock you. The world can doubt you. The world can try to shrink your vision. But the moment you decide to dream without limits, the world has no choice but to adjust. You begin to see possibilities where others see impossibilities. You start creating a life that is bold, fearless, and unapologetically yours. You can dream all day, every day, about the life you want, the success you crave, the heights you intend to reach. But if you don't act, those dreams are nothing but illusions. Dreams are fragile. They're like seeds waiting to grow, but without water, sunlight, and attention, they wither and die. Thinking about your dream, planning for your dream, talking about your dream, none of it counts unless you put your hands to work. Action fuels dreams. Action is the engine that transforms vision into reality, the heartbeat that keeps ambition alive, the spark that turns possibility into achievement. Look at it this way: a dream without action is like a car with no engine. You can sit in it, polish it, talk about how fast it could go, but you'll never leave the driveway. Action is what drives you forward, mile after mile, through obstacles, through setbacks, through the exhaustion that tries to convince you to stop. Discipline is the fuel, heart is the ignition, and relentless consistency is the road. Every small step, every decision to move, even when it's uncomfortable, every sacrifice you make to keep momentum. That is what separates those who achieve from those who only fantasize. Think about daily life. Maybe you want a promotion, but you keep waiting for the perfect moment. Maybe you want to start a business, but you're afraid of failing. Maybe you dream of changing your health, your body, your mindset, but you keep hitting snooze on your own ambition. Every day you wait, every moment you hesitate, your dream shrinks a little. The universe doesn't reward wishful thinking. It rewards execution. The person who shows up, the person who works when no one is watching, the person who refuses to quit, that's the one who turns dreams into stories people talk about. Relentless action doesn't mean reckless action. It means showing up with purpose, planning with precision, and working with an intensity that makes failure sweat. It means building habits that reinforce your vision and aligning every choice with the life you want to create. Your dream will demand hours when you're tired. It will demand courage when your confidence is low. It will demand focus when distraction surrounds you. And every time you answer that call, you're telling the world and yourself that your dream matters more than comfort, more than excuses, more than fear. The truth is, action compounds. One small step today leads to another tomorrow. One extra hour, one extra effort, one refusal to quit. Over time, these moments explode into momentum. And momentum eats obstacles for breakfast. It crushes doubt. It accelerates your dream beyond anything you imagine. Dreams are fragile until you feed them with action. And once action takes over, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Time doesn't care about your comfort. Time doesn't care about your excuses. Time doesn't wait for you to feel ready, to have everything perfect, to get permission from anyone to start. Every second that passes is gone forever. And if you're sitting there waiting for the right moment, let me tell you something. The right moment doesn't exist. The perfect time is a myth invented by people too afraid to act. Life doesn't wait. Opportunities don't pause. Dreams don't have a calendar. If you want something, you have to move for it now, or someone else will, and the window closes faster than you think. Look at it in your daily life. How many times have you delayed reaching out to someone who could change your path? How many times have you waited to start that business, to begin that project, to make that bold move because the timing wasn't right? Meanwhile, life keeps moving. People who acted while you hesitated are already miles ahead. That promotion you've been dreaming about, the extra hour you keep postponing to learn, to practice, to grow. Every delay is a loss, a silent surrender of potential that you may never recover. You can plan, you can strategize, but planning without execution is nothing but wasted time. The people who achieve greatness understand one truth above all else: action today beats perfect planning tomorrow. They don't wait for clarity, they create it. They don't wait for confidence, they build it through doing. Every moment you spend hesitating, someone else is acting, creating, growing, and seizing the life that could have been yours. Time is the most honest and ruthless judge of all. If you waste it, it won't waste you kindly. It will leave you behind. Daily life shows us countless examples. The person who wants to be fit but keeps saying, "I'll start Monday," only sees their health slip further away. The artist who dreams of being known but waits for inspiration finds their talent wasted. The entrepreneur who waits for perfect conditions watches competitors move first. Every excuse is a thief of opportunity. Every delay a silent killer of potential. The world belongs to the doers, to the ones who step while others hesitate, to the ones who refuse to wait for a signal, a guarantee, or a blessing. So start now. Start imperfectly. Start with doubt. Start while scared, but start. Because action taken today compounds, momentum builds, and doors open that would have stayed closed if you had waited. The clock is ticking, the sun rises and sets without asking, and life is passing by as you wait for permission, as you wait for clarity, as you wait for courage to arrive on schedule. Those who win understand that the only time that truly exists is now, and they make it theirs with every ounce of energy they have. Persistence. It's the quiet force that separates the winners from the dreamers, the doers from the quitters. Talent alone won't get you there. Luck alone won't get you there. The world doesn't hand out greatness like candy. It's earned by the people who refuse to stop, who refuse to settle, who refuse to give up even when the odds are stacked against them. Persistence is showing up when everyone else walks away. It's grinding when everyone else sleeps. It's believing when everyone else doubts. That's the bridge between a dream and reality, the relentless refusal to quit. Think about daily life. How many times have you wanted to give up? How many times have you faced failure and felt like walking away? Maybe you tried something important and it didn't work the first time. Maybe people laughed at your ambition. Maybe doors slammed in your face again and again. That's when persistence becomes your secret weapon. Every failure, every setback is not the end. It's a signal that you are on the right path, that you are close, that the fight is real because the reward is real. People who give up early never taste that triumph, never feel the satisfaction of proving themselves against the odds, never experience the power of turning dreams into reality. Look at the greats. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah Winfrey faced rejection and hardship that would have crushed anyone else. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. What did they have that others didn't? Persistence. The relentless refusal to stop. The ability to wake up every day, fight the same battles, and believe in themselves despite what the world said. Persistence is not glamorous. It's not easy. It's not quick. But it is unstoppable, and it is the only path to greatness. In your own life, persistence means choosing to act when you're tired, to learn when you feel defeated, to keep pursuing your goals, even when results are invisible. It's the decision to rise one more time after falling, to speak one more time after being ignored, to try one more time when others say, enough. It's the quiet, daily grind that no one sees, the battles fought in silence, the courage to continue when applause is absent and doubt is loud. Persistence transforms ordinary people into legends. It turns small sparks of ambition into roaring fires of achievement. It turns dreams into reality because no one can outlast you if you refuse to quit. The world may doubt you, it may mock you, it may challenge you every step of the way, but persistence gives you the power to rise above it all, to crush obstacles, and to create a life that proves not just your dreams, but your will unstoppable. So here's the truth. I want you to feel in your bones your life, your dreams, your future. None of it belongs to anyone else but you. The world will try to tell you who you are, what you can achieve, what's possible and what isn't. But greatness never listens to the world. It listens to the fire inside, the hunger that refuses to be tamed. As Les Brown says, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. That's not just a line, it's a mindset. That's the way champions think. They aim beyond limits because settling for average is a death sentence for potential. Every time you hear someone say, you can't, or that's impossible, I want you to remember what Michael Jordan said. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Failure isn't the enemy, it's the tuition you pay for greatness. Every setback, every stumble is a stepping stone. Every person who has ever achieved something extraordinary has been knocked down, questioned, doubted, but what separates them from the rest is the refusal to quit. The refusal to let fear, excuses, or time steal their destiny. You have a choice right now to live a life dictated by limits, by comfort, by what others say is possible, or to step up, rise up, and take control. As Denzel Washington once said, fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. Don't be afraid to fall. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to be bold. Because the world doesn't remember the cautious, the quiet, or the comfortable. The world remembers the brave, the relentless, the ones who dare to dream big, act boldly, and persist relentlessly. Remember, your dream is your responsibility. Your life is your stage. And right now, this moment is your spark. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the right timing. Don't wait for someone to believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Napoleon Hill said it best. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. The time is now. The fire is inside you. The world is waiting for the energy, the courage, and the greatness that only you can deliver. So dream big, step boldly, act relentlessly, persist tirelessly. And when the world doubts you, when fear tries to stop you, when failure threatens to break you, remember this: the greatest stories, the greatest lives, the greatest legacies were all written by people who refused to quit. Your story starts today, your fire burns today, and your greatness is already waiting for you to claim it. Now go chase it, own it, and leave the world in awe of what you were never willing to settle for.